Hi, this is Laura Holyoke, and I have a PowerPoint recording for you, just going over our summer organizational leadership course, actually the syllabus. You can follow along if you like. It should just be me verbally stating what's already in there. If I can get it to, yes, there we go. We will be using two books for our course. The first one in the lower right corner is Creativity, Inc. This is written by Ed Catmull. Catmull is the president of Pixar. And it's a wonderful book about how Pixar was created, Catmull's background, and their kind of rise to animated movies, Wonderland. And then our second book is a book called Organizational Culture and Leadership by Edgar Schein. Very important that we do work from the 5th edition. It is much different from the 4th and previous editions. I suggest ordering these books as soon as you can, but first, if you're going to focus on getting a book, please go for Creativity, Inc. First, I'm going to ask that you get that read within the first week of school. You can also get it on audio, so it should be a pretty quick read. I did both, audio and the book, and then I underlined and marked pages and did things like that. I'm a little bit confused about citations on both of these books because they both say, Schein says with Peter Schein, but I think since Edgar Schein is just listed on the inside cover, the top citation that you see here is the correct one. And then I think the same thing for Creativity, Inc., that it's just Catmull, even though Amy Wallace did some editing on that book. You can, both of these citations are in your syllabus. Feel free to please copy and paste them if you ever need to cite either one of our texts. Your grade is going to be based on 3 different things for the summer semester. The first one is ensuing discussions. I'll talk about what these are in a few minutes. You will partake in 4 ensuing discussions, each one of them 50 points. The second part of our course evaluation, and this is the majority of your grade, are annotated concept notes. Again, I'm going to go over those in just a minute. 4 of those, 150 points each. And then finally, I'm asking that you write a course takeaway paper, applying what you learned, telling me what you learned, how you're going to apply it. 200 points, so 1,000 points total for the course. Our ensuing discussions. We can do these. You can do these a couple of ways. First of all, I will have a wiki page up for you to share your name, contact information, and your preference of doing the ensuing discussions. This may be online, which is real-time online, synchronous, I should say. It could be with a group of people online. Zoom, we do have a Zoom link that we can use. You can meet with a group face-to-face. You can meet with a group over a telephone. So we'll all have the same Zoom connection. And then what I ask for your ensuing discussions is one person from your group to please record everybody that participated in the discussion, the date and place of the discussion, and then a summary of what you talked about, any questions that you have. This can be a bulleted list. It does not need to be in depth, but just going over what you talked about in the group. The other option is to attend a Holyoke hosted ensuing discussion. I will have 4 of these. The dates are listed on our schedule for this summer. There's one date that I will not be able to make it. And I'm hoping Katie, who is one of my doctoral students, will be assisting with the class, and I think she may be game for hosting that ensuing discussion. All times for ensuing discussions will be 5:30 to 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. Voluntary attendance. You do not need to attend the hosted discussions. You do need to partake in an ensuing discussion, 4 of them. This counts as an ensuing discussion if you are with us online. Same Zoom connection. Anybody can use this Zoom link. You do not need for me to be a part. You don't need me to be a part of that meeting. So I've set that up, and the link is on the home page, and I think you can find it wherever our ensuing discussions are listed in our course website. So annotated concept notes. You will have 4 of these assignments. The goal is really to engage with and apply the concepts that you learn from SHINE, apply them to CATML, Creativity Inc., and to kind of ensure that you comprehend these concepts, understand them deeply. I also made, you have a template that I'm asking you to fill out, and the template includes the 3 areas listed below. You can also use, if something doesn't come up in Creativity Inc., please feel free to use your personal, or actually your professional experiences. Some people found that maybe they couldn't find something that aligns really well with the concept that they chose from Creativity Inc. However, it was right there in their face in their work environment. So three parts of this. One is to explain or describe the concept that you choose, and I'll go over how these concepts are laid out. Please include any definitions and all sub-elements related to the concept. These will be in the book, and I think for most of them I have listed them for each of the annotated notes assignment. I ask that you really work to make the bulk of your explanation and description of the concept in your own words. Please limit the amount of quotes that you use. And then an example of the details of the concept from Creativity Inc. or from your professional experience. I have a couple examples that I'm going to show you here coming up. SHINE is not the author of all of the concepts introduced in his book. When it is an author other than SHINE, what I ask for you to do is please look up that concept, find information about that concept, and use that citation. If it is SHINE that you're using, you do not need to cite SHINE. The formatting, I provided a template. Please use that. Please use full sentences and limit your bulleted lists. When citing sources other than SHINE, please use APA 6th edition, the Online Writing Lab, or OWL. Pretty easy to find if you don't have that link. 12-point font, Times New Roman, 1.5 inch spacing, 1 inch margins, blah, 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 blah. And the cartoon in the lower right-hand corner. I would have done a bibliography, but my sources prefer to remain anonymous. So I don't think you can see the top part of this. Maybe I can adjust it here. So here's an example. This is the first annotated concept notes assignment. You'll choose 2 concepts total. Out of part 1, there's 4 parts in the SHINE text. So part 1 includes all of these concepts. What you will do, I said I haven't updated this. Actually, I've changed it to choose. The first one is choose 1 of the following concepts: cultural DNA, 3 levels of culture, or underlying taken for granted basic assumptions. So what you'll do is follow those 3 prompts for each one, and then choose the following concept for your second one, the cultural paradigm of Pixar. So here's an example of somebody's concept 1, which was ethical issues and deciphering culture, that I pulled. You can see this person in their first paragraph explained what the concept was, and then in the second paragraph, this person also brought in an outside source, not only to help this individual understand the concept, but also to support what he or she was writing. Example with details. This one is pulled from the concept of stages and steps of change management. This is an example pulled from Creativity Inc. This person talks about the stages and steps and how they were used at Pixar by Catmull and his leadership team. And then to go back to that first example, this is how this individual decided that just use a citation. So please give credit to your sources. And then finally, last part of the course, the 6th week, is to submit a short takeaway paper. What is it that you learned about organizational leadership, knowledge, understandings you're taking with you? How are you going to apply these in your future endeavors? And specifically, well, not specifically, please include also why it is important for organizational leaders to learn about culture of the organization. You may look at the title of our book and say, organizational culture and leadership, but you will soon find out why Shine thinks it's very important to understand culture before organizational leaders understand culture. I tend to agree with him. I probably screwed up someplace. I always appreciate it when students let me know, hey Holyoke, this is missing or that's missing. Please let me know if you have questions, find an error, or you have a better idea for implementing or presenting something. I've been teaching for quite some time, and I want to help you in the best way that I can. So welcome. I'm really glad that you're here.